How's it going, guys? Untamed Soldier here, and welcome back to some more Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. But this time I'm not going to be playing any multiplayer gameplay, it's just simple campaign gameplay on Charlie Don't Surf. So I'll just have that in the background while I'm talking about today's video topic. Today I'll be doing a kind of like a part 2 towards my old video that I made back in the day. It was Infinity Ward versus Sledgehammer Games versus Treyarch. And I made that video making a comparison of what they did in their respected history. But since times have changed, I'd figured that I would make a part 2 since time has passed. A lot of games came out with Call of Duty on them, and thought about just make a little versus video. So a lot of people like versus videos and like to see comparisons and stuff like that. So alright, so right now we're gonna start off with Sledgehammer Games since they're relatively new with Call of Duty. I'll be going over some of the good and some of the bad, and I'll leave it up to you guys, the viewers, to maybe add in some things that I missed in this list. So let's get started, shall we? And starting off with Sledgehammer Games, I'm going to go with, Advanced Warfare and World War II for this one, since Advanced Warfare is still relatively new, even though it did come out like 3-4 years ago. But I'm just going to add that with them since they're kind of a new development crew. So we'll be looking at Advanced Warfare, World War II, what was good, what was bad. So let's start off with the good. As we all know, if you guys have been playing Call of Duty, probably since like the last year or so, well, since like the last couple of years, you know that there was a game called Advanced Warfare, and that marked the beginning of the futuristic Call of Duty scene, which Sledgehammer Games had the steering wheel over. So they were the first ones to leave the boots on the ground COD. A lot of people wanted change, and this is what they got: futuristic Call of Duty that felt like Halo. I didn't really care for the change as long as the game was good, and we'll get into that shortly. And for also, I have 4 things that are good. Let's just say that. The second thing that was good with Advanced Warfare, Sledgehammer Games, World War II, anything with that combined, they were the first ones to leave the futuristic COD. It feels like that if there's something that needs to be changed, like setting-wise, I feel like Sledgehammer is going to be the first one to do it, since they'll be like the first ones up for the cycle, the 3-year cycle, which I really disapprove with the Call of Duty keep on coming out with another game every year type of deal. But whatever. The third thing they did good was they brought us back to World War II. A lot of 3 years in a row we've been stuck in the future, and then finally we got back to 1944, World War II. That's just that's just a plus. If you talk about World War II and you think about the good, you gotta count that they actually brought us back to World War II. But there's a thing coming up with the bad, and I'll get into. The fourth thing that was good was that when the heads of Sledgehammer Games left, Glenn Schofield and Michael Condrey, when they left, the people that were left to do the updates, they came out with a big update towards World War II, and it did things that I wanted them to do back in the beginning of World War II, but they didn't. So they did things with the snipers. They reduced the aiming down sights ADS time. They toned that down, and did a lot of buffs, a lot of nerfs I don't really want to get into because a lot of people have made videos on those already. So if you guys want to check out the nerfs and buffs of the latest update patch, guys can go ahead and watch that. And now on to the bad. This is the bad. So in the bad, we got COD was a grind for Sledgehammer Games. I feel like that Sledgehammer Games is the studio for Call of Duty that is approved by making Call of Duty a grind. because you got uh, bad maps, bad map design. You spawning in some locations and the guy behind you spawns and he shoots you in the back. Um, Getting your score streaks. I mean, with all these games, score streaks I feel like should be only with objective-based game modes, not team deathmatch, because score streaks don't really work well in objective, where the only objective is to kill people. And when you get a kill, it's like only like 100 points, and the UAV is 5 kills. So it's practically, if you're playing the old Call of Duty games, a Predator missile would get you a UAV in today's COD, which is something I really disapprove. I wish they got back to the kill streak system because it works so well. Call of Duty did good with it. I don't know why they got rid of it, to get people to play the objective more. But think about it. If a team deathmatch is the only objective is to kill people, aren't we already playing the objective? I don't know. Made a game, World War II, that Sledgehammer Games didn't want to make. Now, if you guys have heard this story before, you already know what's going to happen. You already guys know what the plot is. Sledgehammer Games back in the day wanted to make Advanced Warfare 2. They wanted to make another futuristic COD game. But Activision stopped them in their tracks and told them, hey, you got to bring the Call of Duty back to boots on the ground, or even better, World War II, which is what they did. Now, a lot of people are saying that World War II is bad because they were forced to make this game, not the game that they wanted to make. I get that. Like, if you're forced to do something that you didn't want to do, of course you're not going to put as much effort into it because it's not something you wanted to do. I get that. So next thing is ass score streaks. World War II could have had a spectacular kill streak system, score streak system, however you want to call it. They would have had dogs. We want to have dogs back. That's what all the guys who were waiting for this game to come out is, to have dogs as score streaks. Even dumbass Michael Condrey over there even said, "Oh, I like dogs," but he didn't put dogs in the game. Fucking dumbass. Sorry for my language. Sorry for my French, but I just had to say it, because why would you say I like dogs but not put something dog related into the multiplayer, like dogs? You know. It was in maybe it's a Treyarch staple. You know, they're ones that are, you know, meant to have dogs in the game. I mean, it was in Black Ops 1, it was in World at War, it was in Black Ops 2. Raps are kind of a variant of dogs, but you know. Annoying guns. This goes with Advanced Warfare and World War II. Advanced Warfare, the number one annoying gun in that game was the BAL 27, and the ASM-1, I think it was called. It's the Tommy gun from Advanced Warfare. Those two guns were the annoying guns because everyone was rolling with them, and I feel like it's the same thing with World War II. A lot of people are running with the bar. I don't really have anything to say about that because the bar is a good gun. It's that and snipers. Snipers are something that I feel like should have been easily tuned. There should be only one designated area, I feel like, for Call of Duty games for a sniper to get a one-shot, one-kill, which would be the head. Just to eliminate quickscoping altogether, besides shooting someone in the toe and getting a one-shot, one-kill like that. It's just silly. Away with the perk system. This goes with World War II. I'm the one that feels like that perks should always be in Call of Duty. The perk system was loved by many in the COD community, including myself. I have no idea why they got rid of it, and there was nothing bad about it. It's just limiting us with our creativity and what we can do with our class, our own respective class. That's the thing that I liked about old Call of Duty games, because they gave you your options of what you want to have your class to be, not a thing that is set for you. A lot of customization went on with the old Call of Duty games. Now I feel like they're just taking away the perk system. Just, you know, maybe they don't want to do that much work to put in perks, put in new perks and stuff like that. But I don't know. Obviously, for number 6 for the bad is poor launch. I don't really have to get into much in detail into this because a lot of people who are playing World War II from the beginning already know this. So much hype was going on for this game, and it all ended with a poor launch. That's all I can say. You know, So, the thing, errors were coming up. People contacting them saying, "Oh, it'll be up in an hour," but an hour came by, and we couldn't even get onto the game until the next day. So people couldn't play the very first hour of World War II. Some people, I feel like some people, got to play World War II just fine, but there was many who were still left in the dust to not play the game for the first hour or so. Supply drops. I made many videos about this regarding with the Sledgehammer Games version of World War II supply drops, giving them the only reason you can get, the only way you can get supply drops in World War II is to buy them, not to play the game, collect salvage or crypto keys or anything related to that to get your supply drops. I don't know, they're asking for your wallet pretty much. Number 8 is hit detection. This also goes with Treyarch, but I'll get to that pretty soon. Hit detection in Sledgehammer Games is like, it's really funky. It's like, it's Treyarch hit detection pretty much. The only good hit detection Call of Duty games I played are all Infinity War titles. I have to say that it's true. But I'll get into that pretty soon. Number 9 comes down to zombies. Sledgehammer Games is zombies. A lot of people didn't mind the exo zombies because it was something new. Zombies had jetpacks and stuff. But really, I just think it's silly how people make videos comparing Sledgehammer's zombies to Treyarch zombies, because obviously there's a difference, because Treyarch has been doing it probably ever since World at War. They know what they're doing. They know how to make a Call of Duty zombies memorable and fun. That's why we know a lot of the zombies maps to this day if we're old, veteran Call of Duty players. Alright, that was it for Sledgehammer Games. As you guys can tell, there was a lot of bad things about Sledgehammer Games than there were good. I have on the list 4 things that were good and 9 things that were bad. So if you guys think I missed something, please put it in the comment section. Just think what I missed. Alright, now on to Treyarch. Possibly right now my favorite Call of Duty developer, because they actually know how to make a Call of Duty game. Even in the future, past or present, they know how to make it fun and good. Alright, now on to the good things about Treyarch. I have 9 things that are good about Treyarch. Oh my goodness. Alright, now number 1 is that for Black Ops 3, this is only for Black Ops 3. This is all the games of today for Call of Duty, from Advanced Warfare to World War II. So number one thing that Black Ops 3 did good was that they took Advanced Warfare but made it better. As we all know, Advanced Warfare with their thrust jumps, they were like straight crazy thrusts when you jumped. For Black Ops 3, it was a little bit more smooth and controllable. You weren't going as fast. You were going at a decent pace, for you to do something while you're in the air, moving in crazy directions and stuff like that. They took Advanced Warfare but made it better. Obviously, number 2 would be zombies. As I said before with Sledgehammer Games zombies, Treyarch is just pretty much the godfather of Call of Duty World War II, Call of Duty Zombies rather. Really, I just feel like that Treyarch should only Treyarch focus on zombies, since they know how to make zombies. Infinity War can go back to doing special ops, because I didn't really mind their zombies, but I feel like they had a good thing going with special ops that they just didn't want to go with. But anyways, number 3 would be gun balance. A lot of patches have come and gone in the Black Ops 3 cycle. Even today, they're still doing patches for weapons that still need to be tuned and stuff that a lot of people are asking them to do something with. So gun balance. Number 4 is people still playing it after 2 years. Black Ops 3 came out 2016, and they're still playing this game over the newer COD games that have been released. Even Modern Warfare Remastered, I'm counting it as a new game because it, I don't know. I'm just saying it's a new game, just to be fair. That Infinite Warfare, I understand, but World War II, when that game came out, a lot of people are sticking with the Treyarch Black Ops 3 futuristic shooter. Number 5 would be possibly a modern shooter in 2018. This was what got a lot of people excited for this year's Call of Duty. People have always wanted to see a modern Treyarch shooter. This will obviously be the first, and hopefully this will be the best in the now recent Call of Duty games that are being released. I mean, Treyarch has a lot of toys to play with when they're making this game. From score streaks to weapons to gear and anything like. We could possibly see a return for a kill streak that is an AC-130, but, you know, this also goes with number 6. Treyarch gets the real hype rolling. When it's Treyarch's turn to make a Call of Duty game, everybody is hyped because they know Treyarch is like pretty much impossible to fuck up a Call of Duty game. Sorry for the language, but it's true. I mean, ever since World at War, what game was bad? I mean, I could see Black Ops 2 having some, negative things to say about it, but really, would you rather play Ghosts or MW3 than play Black Ops 2? I mean, fast paced. That was like pretty much the real fast paced Call of Duty shooter that was boots on the ground based. Black Ops 1 is probably favored by pretty much everybody in the Call of Duty community. Black Ops 3, it's the only futuristic Call of Duty game that people seem to go back and play because it's, I don't know, something to do with Treyarch, I'm guessing. You see what I mean? I mean, people would even play World at War over COD 4. That's just what I'm speculating. They just get the real hype going every single time when it's their turn to make a Call of Duty game. And this is what they also got. They got a modern shooter, possibly a hint of what we're going to see in 2018. And number 7 is, I had to put this one. I mean, why not? David Flippin' Vonderhaar. If you guys have played Call of Duty and you have not known who David Vonderhaar is, you should just go back and do your research. This is pretty much the head of everything that we've seen with Treyarch. From World at War to now. He has been the figurehead that we all looked up to from bad times to good. He even tackled the DSR, rate of fire, the rate of fire of the DSR. And a lot of people were pissed. And all of us who are going against quickscoping with that gun, everyone was praised why he did that. A lot of people were sending death threats to him and stuff like that, all that childish stuff. So anyways, number 7, that was David Vonderhaar. I mean, why not? Number 8 is the maps. I mean, why not? I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more memorable maps in Black Ops 3 than there were in any other Call of Duty game released ever since. Number 9 is the community. If you were thinking about which Call of Duty community is better, a lot of people would say Treyarch because, again, it's just pretty much impossible for Treyarch to fuck up a Call of Duty game because they're like the more professional bunch for developers for Call of Duty games. Just saying it right there, just plain and simple. Now onto the bad things. This is only regarding with Black Ops 3. Number 1 is the story mode. For my own personal opinion, I feel like the story mode was kind of too much out there for me to actually understand what was going on. I thought when I first played the campaign, I thought I would be tying up with Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1, but it wasn't, and I just couldn't really understand. I didn't really get to the whole story mode. There was just too much stuff going on, and I just had trouble keeping up with it. Number 2 would be supply drops. I mean, everybody knows this. They kept on releasing radicals for your red dot sight, different variants of your grips. And the more times that adds on with the supply drops of what you get, the more harder it will get you to use a DLC weapon. And that's what a lot of people hate the supply drops for Black Ops 3. Annoying guns, even though I feel like they dealt with this, but I'm still putting it in here. Annoying guns like the VMP. When I watch Thunder's videos, he's always talking about VMP sweats. I mean, it's true. A lot of sweaty players play with the VMP because it's so damn good. This is also tying up with Sledgehammer Games. Number 4 with the bad is going to be hit detection. Probably ever since any Call of Duty game, I felt like it was like a lot of hit detection problems. You would shoot some guy probably 2 feet in front of him and it would just count as a kill. Or behind him. So that's what I have for Treyarch. Now onto Infinity Ward. Good thing I have a short list because when they made Infinite Warfare, I stayed away from that game as long as I could. Alright, the number 2 thing is, I feel like a lot of Call of Duty games are doing this, but I feel like it's only Sledgehammer Games and Infinity Ward that are doing this. They're adding special people into the games just to make them get more sales. So Infinity Ward had Conor McGregor featured in their campaign. I'm pretty sure he was like the main antagonist and stuff. So Conor McGregor was in there. He would just do some curb stomps on your guy, and you would just get your ass whooped because obviously he's Conor McGregor. I mean, why not? Number 3, I feel like if there's any other Call of Duty developer that has good hit detection, it's always going to be Infinity Ward because they have probably like the most. They pretty much have the most accurate hit detection in any other Call of Duty game. Good zombies. As I said, I didn't really mind Infinity Ward's version of zombies. But again, they had something going on with them pretty much in their past couple of titles, which was they did aliens as a change, but I feel like they should always go back to aliens or extinction because a lot of people thought that was a kind of a cool thing. You know, Treyarch did zombies, and Infinity Ward should do aliens and stuff like that, and monsters. But I guess they just want to keep up with the crowd and put up zombies just to keep up more sales. Now, 2 things that are bad. I really want to get this wrapped up because this video is getting so long. The one thing that is bad, watered down version of Black Ops 3. A lot of people are comparing this Infinite Warfare to like a watered down version of Black Ops 3, and I don't blame them because from the specialists and the characters in the game, it felt like it's just been copy and pasted from Black Ops 3 and put it on here and call it good. And that seems to be the case. I mean, why would Infinity Ward not have something unique in their game? Because pretty much everything that Infinite Warfare had, Black Ops 3 had. And I just feel like they just didn't put that much effort into this game, to be honest with you. Now on to the last thing, thank God. Alright, number 2 for the bad. Okay, number 2 for the bad, the final one, is that when a lot of people were just done with the futuristic scene for Call of Duty games, this was probably up to like the 3rd year or so, or 2nd year, they announced that they're going to be making another futuristic Call of Duty game, which is probably one of the reasons why a lot of sales were down. It's probably one of the worst games out there. They kept on making a futuristic Call of Duty game. They had 3 years, and they thought, okay, maybe in the 3rd year, they're still going to want to have a futuristic Call of Duty game. I mean, it's not going to be repetitive at all. Let's do it. Woo, let's do it. But obviously, no. We got fed up with the futuristic setting. We wanted boots on the ground right now. And if we were to play a boots on the ground Call of Duty game, we would have to go back and play either Ghost or hook up our PS3, Xbox One, or start up the PC and play our old classic favorite games that we played. That is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you did. I'll see you guys in the next video whatever I make. Stay awesome and have a good one.